Good morning, everybody. We're going to play Avernum. Avernum 3, actually, Ruined World. So, I've played Avernum before. I think the first one, I might have done the second one even, but we're talking years and years ago. Long before the isometric RPG renaissance that Baldur's Gate 3 and things like Divinity, Original Sin kicked off. So, everything I remember from the first games was Avernum is like an underground complex, think of like the Underdark from Baldur's Gate. And there's a big ass empire on the surface who like used Avernum as like a prison world. So anyone who was a criminal, toss them down into Avernum. Down you go. And that was certainly the first game's storyline, was you were a prisoner and you were trying to escape from Avernum. I don't know. I don't know what's going to go on with this one. I've read it a little bit, but let's crack on, shall we? Welcome to Avernum. Avernum 3 is a fantasy role-playing game. You will control a band of wandering adventurers, meeting strange people and fighting monsters, and trying to survive. Select the sort of characters you'd like to play. If you aren't sure, just take the party that's already been created for you. No, we will change. So, I'm thinking, right, we're going to have... So I've been told that the order is also very important, because that's the order people act in, and obviously the guy up front is going to be... the guy up front is going to be the one who's attacked first, I'd imagine. So we'll have a big tough lizard man first, and we'll call him like Slithzars. That sounds like a snaky kind of name, right? You can be Slithzars the... So I guess in terms of a tank style, soldiers retrieve excellent military training. The best the underworld has to offer. They're very good with all sorts of weapons. Berserkers are wild swordsmen from the deepest, most savage caverns. Their wildness tends to get them excluded from the more civilized parts of Avernum. They're still extremely hardy, and their sword skill is unmatched. No. Some skill with weapons, traps, and lore. So a rebel, I guess, maybe is a cross between a warrior and a rogue, or a warrior and a archer, maybe. So I think you've got like pure classes, and then probably like these last ones are maybe half classes. Okay, let's be boring. You can be a soldier. Then next up we will have a Nephil, a catman. Oh, I see. And you can be called Jaghata. So we're going to have Jaghata the... So I was thinking for this guy, a rogue or an archer. So rogues are nimble, good with swords, able to handle locks and traps. They also tend to walk off with things they don't own. Unsurprisingly, Avernum is eager to send them back to the surface. Or an archer. Archers were either hunters or trained members of the Avernite army. Highly skilled with missile weapons, a good archer can put an arrow through a lizard's eye from the far end of a dark cave. So I think they're both dex-based, right? What do we think? We'll make him a rogue. He's a cat. He's going to be roguey, isn't he? And then the last two are going to be my human-based characters. Wait, we need to choose what we want this guy to look like. What do you reckon? With a cool cloak and a hood. Yeah. This guy is going to be our... do I like more? I like the blue one. I keep going past it. Stop it! Stop it! He's gonna be me. And I always play the magic classes. You know how it is. We're going to be a sorcerer, right? Sorcerers are practitioners of the wizardly arts. Their spells are powerful, both on offense and defense. The mages of Avernum are free of the restrictions on magic placed by the Empire. Lovely. Marvellous. Whoops. And I get to wear these fetching cyan-coloured robes. So we have soldier, rogue, sorcerer, and then you. I was thinking for the last character we want a priest, right? And I quite like that. So human priest. You can be called Mistrala. So soldier, rogue, sorcerer, and priest. A priest of one of the faiths disapproved of by the Empire. They have excellent healing and protective skills, although they often end up having to use them in Avernum. There we go. Legends tell that Avernum is the gateway to the underworld from which the dead never return. Avernum is also a real place. It is many miles of caves and tunnels, far below the world's surface. The Empire rules the surface totally. When they discovered Avernum, they had the perfect use for it. A prison. Everyone who didn't fit in, the rebels, the antisocial, those with incorrect opinions, they were teleported into Avernum forever. The Avernites built subterranean cities. They learned to fight. They studied magic. They built their strength. And when they were ready, they got their revenge. The Archmage Erica made her own teleporter. Emperor Hawthorne ruled the Empire. He was brilliant and ruthless and utterly despised. What? Oh dear. Vladimir? Yes, Garzard. It is time to deal with Avernum. Yes, Garzard. Avernum struck down the Emperor. 4 years later, the Empire invaded. Destroy them! Avernum was outgunned and outnumbered. The Empire War was thought lost, until Avernum found an ally. The alien Vatnatai joined you. Retreat! Your new allies from the deep underworld turned the tide. The Empire was expelled. Now what, Erica? Now we escape. Avernum won the Empire War. 5 years passed. Nothing was heard from the Empire. The Avernites decided that it was time to return to the surface. They built a magical portal and established Upper Avernum, new cities and tunnels just below the surface. They then selected someone to explore the surface for the first time. You. Well, me, actually. Welcome to Avernum. This is a tutorial to help you get started. First, you need to learn how to move around. Select a spot on the ground and walk there. Your years of tedious service in the Avernite army has finally paid off. You've been chosen on very short notice to join unspecified services and unspecified services and travel to the surface. The surface, out in the sun. You had never dared dream of it. First, however, you must complete your final training and testing. Happily, some equipment has been left for you. 2 crude helms of thick lizard skin wait for you on the table nearby. You should take advantage of them before you move on. Okay. Stand near the helmets on the table, then press this button or type G to get them. Type G. Who are my poor leather helmets? You're going to be up close and you're going to be up close. So we'll give you 2 the helmets. How about that? And then equip you with them. Marvelous. The lizard skin helm is crude and dirty, but it might reflect one of the Empire's weapons, if you're very lucky. You eagerly look at the door to the north. Time for your elite training. Okay. How do I see things? Type the letter of an object to search, use. Press escape to cancel. Okay. Let's... Wait, how do I save first? Save, there we go. What do you call saves like this? Adventure begins. What was that? When you travel up to the surface, you are likely to be attacked by hostile soldiers and beasts. Before you are allowed above, Avernum wants to make sure you can handle it. That is why, just ahead, several beasts have thoughtfully been left for you. Once they are destroyed, Avernum will be confident in your abilities. You're about to enter combat mode. Once battle has begun, to attack an enemy, select the space it is standing in. You will also get tips about spells and abilities you can use. Okay. How to attack. To attack this foe, select the space it is standing in. You are now in combat. Characters will take turns moving and attacking. Each turn, you get a few action points. Everything you do, moving, using items, attacking, costs action points. When you run out, your turn is over. To attack a foe, select the space it is standing in. The space your cursor is over will be tinted red. If there is an enemy in that space, it will glow. Right, so I've got 8 action points, and walking up there will take 8. So what if I move there, for example? What is slurping? My god. And then save you. And then Mr. Rogue, you come over here. Oh, that's annoying. They clearly had more than me in terms of movement or action points or whatever. Or... So attacking is 1 action point, maybe? Okay, hit him. You missed, you fool. You hit him, though. Good, well done. I can now... You can use magic to destroy your foes. Wanna try it? Press this button to cast a mage spell. Okay. Press this button to select Bolt of Fire, then click on a target to cast the spell. Casting spells uses up your energy. Your spell energy is restored when you return to a friendly town. Okay, so I can daze things. They will have a chance of not being able to move or attack. That's good. Cloak of Curses gives your group's attacks a chance of putting a random curse on the target. You can only have 1 cloak at once. Call Beast summons a beast, and Fireball, essentially. Nice. And then we end combat. Since both of the subterranean horrors left for you have been squished, the gates to the north open. Agents from unspecified services hurry through, eager to throw you into a teleporter to send you to Upper Avernum. From there, you will at last be able to step out onto the surface. Oh, here we go. You were teleported to Upper Avernum and sent to Fort Emergence just below the surface. Here, your final training began. You were told about life on the surface. This is what sunlight feels like. What the fuck? If the surface hurts, it burns. It was terrifying, so watch out. Your briefing was extensive. This is a tree. Huh? What's it for? And confusing. At last, you were declared ready. You're to go see someone named Anaximander to get your orders and leave for the surface. All Avernum waits on you. They hunger for the sunlight. You carry the dreams of your people. Good luck. So I actually wonder, can we change the order of our party, for example? See character skills, move party order up. We can. So if I wanted me at the head, because you know I'm the face of the party, right? And then we can have Warrior Man, Catman, and our priest at the back. Now that the battle is over, you apply first aid. I restore 1 energy. Marvelous. So, can we pick up things from here? On the ground is a light. Let's just pick up a bunch of stuff. So javelin, probably the warrior dude, right? Boots, armor +4. Let's give them to warrior as well. He needs the and that replaces my leather tunic. Is there a quick way of like comparing? Oh yeah, it says there. Armor +4. I've currently got armor +10. You've got armor +10. You've got armor +10. You've got armor +10. That applies light for 150 turns. When this item is in your pack, use to read Anaximander note. How do I use it? Ah. This is a simple map of the northern half of Fort Emergence. On the back it says, pick up your supplies and come see me as soon as possible. Anaximander. Okay. So that was to the caves, that's my office, surface, you. Okay, right, well, first things first is leather pants. Let's take that, take the dried meat. Probably give those also to our compatriot here. You want to equip the boots and the pants. And the javelins. Everyone else should be jolly good. What's in here? Money! What I'd like to know, you know, normally in these games there's a button. Tab brings up, but that they might not show up because they're empty. The door also doesn't show up though. Okay. You step out of your quarters and into one of the many cavernous halls of Fort Emergence. The corridors are eerily quiet. Only a small fraction of the troops that have been stationed here have arrived yet. It's time to find Anaximander and get your orders. Happily, someone left a map on the table in your quarters. It will help you find Anaximander's office. Sure will. It sure will. What's in here? Sorry, just having lunch. So is there anything we can take, because I think that's Gordon. You meet a young, scrawny man with short, sandy brown hair. He's cleaning the meal hall, occasionally pausing to gnaw at a piece of venison jerky. Real meat, foraged from the surface. We don't have anything like this below. He nods respectfully to you as you join him. Greetings to you, adventurer. I'm Gordon. What exactly is it that you do? Well, I'm sort of the servant for the guest quarters. I sort of keep everything clean, prepare meals, that sort of thing. Why would guests get their own servant? Well, when important guests such as yourselves come, they expect to be treated well, with as much luxury as we can summon, that sort of thing. Unfortunately, there's one problem. I'm an important guest. He looks at you as if you are terribly important. Why, you're the most important guest we've had yet. Why, you're going to be one of the first explorers to seriously look around on the surface, he says, without irony. I really envy you. I suppose I am very fortunate. To go out onto the surface and maybe even survive. What I would give to be you. Be sure to come back and tell me what it's like. I have another question. Do you know where I can find some supplies? Oh, that reminds me, I was supposed to tell you. There is a storeroom to the west, south of Anaximander's office. There's a side room there with a bunch of stuff for you. Where can I find him? Leave the guest quarters and go across the main central cave to the west. The important people all have their offices in the northwest corner. Have another question. What do you do? Can you get me some food, please? He looks nervous. There's a bit of a problem with that. The fort is sort of not entirely ready, and I don't have the supplies up here to cook yet. Perhaps if you went to see Elisa. This is where I got my meal. Fine, where is Elisa? She runs the main kitchen in the southwest corner of the fort. She gives lots of food to anyone who asks. I have another question. What do you do? Why do they get their own servant? What is that problem? Well, we're trying to get the fort ready for all the troops that will eventually be here. Unfortunately, we're not totally ready yet. He looks scared. Please don't try to get me in trouble. It's not my fault if anything goes wrong. I just sweep. I thought you just said you're responsible for the guest quarters. Yes, and this is my main responsibility. He grabs a broom and sweeps a little by way of demonstration. Okay, thanks, Gordon. Is there anything... Oh, steel. You can't take it when a friendly... I see, so I can... Some things are stealable. Is there any way to consistently have the tab button showing, I wonder? Wasn't in settings, keyboard shortcuts, maybe? No, I don't think so. Never mind. On we go. Let's go through this door. I only train the elite. You enter the Fort Emergence Training Hall. You can come here when you want to improve your adventuring skills. The trainer, Jan Mitho, is keeping in shape in the battle pit. Okay, anything for me to take in here? There is a crude spear. And a bow. Right, let's go talk to this guy, Jan Mitho. A young lithe woman moves gracefully in the center of the room, performing various martial exercises. A vicious curved sword is sheathed at her side. When you approach, she gives you a stiff bow. Apologies, just keeping in shape until more soldiers arrive for training. Welcome, I am Jan Mitho, the trainer at Fort Emergence. Who do you train? I am here to train elite soldiers, helping them perfect their skills for the most dangerous missions. I can also train others. She says others with mild disdain. You can't help but guess her contempt is aimed at you. Do you have some problem with me? You work for unspecified services, do you not? I am not afraid to say I have little respect for your lot. We're all fighting the same enemy. Pfft, she spits. Unspecified services is a ragtag band of untrained adventurers, amateur spies, and mixed hangers-on. We soldiers train hardy and die for our cause. You wander around aimlessly and expect respect. And yet King Micah gives the first contact with the surface to your undisciplined lot. She spits again. King Micah is a wise ruler, and I will not tolerate any insults of our sovereign. Of course, it is not to such as me to question the wisdom of my monarch. She pauses and thinks, even if he is wrong. I would like basic training, please. What does this do? Improve Bolt of Fire. Strike one foe for a small amount of fire damage. You can pay a trainer once to learn this skill and once to improve it. So I've already learned it, so I can pay to improve it. Okay. I did it. That might have been a mistake. Let's see. I would like advanced training. I am under orders to train you to the best of my ability, but only when I find you ready. You aren't yet. Go out into the surface and prove yourself worthy of my aid. Okay. But first, what should we do? Like longbow to the dex guy, I guess. We have a crude spear. Let's give that to our warrior. And then currently using a dagger. This is 16 to 80, which is way better than your shitty dagger. You've currently got a crude dagger. Let's give you that bow. And you've got a crude dagger. What have I got? Also a crude dagger. Cool. Okay. Okay. Right, back out of here. Explore in here. What is this? Some stone blocks, and some dice. Interesting. Okay, so they don't show up regardless. I could steal the money. You can't take it when a friendly character can see you, but I can take the leather pants. And I'm really curious. Let's... second save... I don't fucking know. Can we close this door? Or can we just take it, actually? You stole the item without anyone seeing you. But does that do anything, I wonder? Because I am a little bit sticky-fingered. Well, we've got a rogue with us, right? We can just say it's him. He does it. That's the other door into there. We can come in here. Pen and ink, another candle. This door is locked and your tool skill isn't high enough. What about you? Can you do it? Are you able to... Is it traits, I wonder? Combat, magic. Tool use. How good you are at working with simple mechanical devices. For example, picking locks and disarming traps. Multiple characters can combine their knowledge. Okay, so it's difficulty 5, and we currently have 2. I don't know if there's like a notepad system in this game, because I think that would be quite handy, wouldn't it? Wait, can we do the whole... So I can bring up the Steam notepad, which you can't see me doing, but I can certainly do it. So if I say Fort Emergence, was it called? Locked door, and then we'll do like skill 5. And then that should stay here in my notes, right? So next time I play, that will be there, and I will know to go back for it. God, I'm so smart. You leave the guest quarters and begin your exploration of Fort Emergence. Everything is new, and all of the construction was done very quickly. You hope that a ceiling doesn't collapse on you when getting breakfast. You work for unspecified services, and your commander, Anaximander, is somewhere off to the west, the first step of a long journey. This might be a good time to save the game. To open the save window, press the disk button, type Command S, or type F3 to quick save. Okay. F3, quick save, nice. Okay, so there's a quick save, F3, perfect. Is there anything here? Nope. Hello cat, meow. What's in here? These barracks are still pristine, clean, and completely unused. No soldiers have been brought up to fill them yet, but it probably will happen soon. Okay, let's have a look at what we got then. Some tongs. And nothing on the ground. Okay, very good. Very good. What's it saying? Training hall, your quarters. Okay. These barracks are incomplete. The floor and wall in the corner aren't yet done, and some of the furniture is still on the way. Soon, though, this chamber will be completed and filled with anxious Avernite soldiers. Okay. We could take some rocks, some hammers, and some... Wearing 14 and combat at 40. Has it... Where does it say how much I'm carrying, though? Or do you... Oh, maybe you can carry as much as you want, and encumbrance is only based on what you are equipped with. Maybe it's that. Oh, I've got the leather pants, didn't I? Did I give some to you? Leather pants. Armor plus 3. You're also armor plus 3. You're going to be getting a bit closer, I think. What's that? 20 to 65. In fact, no, fuck you. I'm having them. I don't want to walk around pantsless. You're a cat. You're a cat man. You're used to it. What's this? Map of Avernum. The crossed weapons mark your group's location. Ah, okay. So I'm right down at the very bottom. Got it. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. This leads down to what? More tunnels. I can steal a candle, take a potted plant. You can't take this item, it's not yours, and the owner would see you. You enter the main Fort Emergence laboratory. Here, specimens from the surface world are brought to be carefully examined. Avernites have forgotten much about the flora and fauna of the surface, and it all needs to be relearned. In addition, alchemical herbs are being grown in long stone pots at the east end of the chamber. They are then made into potions to be given to soldiers stationed here, to aid them in case of an Empire attack. Okay. I am 100% going to steal things, or take things that aren't considered stealing. I hope that's okay. I hope you don't mind. It's very important to me that I take literally everything that I can. A lit brazier and buckets of water keep this room hot and humid. The moist air is full of rich, strange smells of live plants. To the north, you see a wide variety of surface flora, Neatly organized and ready for careful study by the fort mages. Okay. When you step on the rune, a misty cloud of liquid shoots out of the hole in the ceiling. It envelops you and makes your skin sting and your eyes water, then it dissipates. This must be some sort of magical cleaner to be used in case of lab accidents. Oh, that's quite clever. Another disruption. There's no disruption, my friend. I am just looking to steal things, if that's okay with you. Who are you? Bearer. You meet a small bent wizard, heavy with years. He is sitting at his desk, poring over a thick book, researching esoteric topics you could never begin to comprehend. I'm a wizard, what are you talking about? You clear your throat and get his attention. He squints up at you and croaks, I am Bearer. I hope you are not here to waste my time. What are you working on? I mainly concern myself with doing research. If only the facilities here were adequate. How are the facilities lacking? He croaks in irritation. Now, if I was at the Tower of Magi, I would have all the tomes and materials I need, but here I have little to work with. What is the Tower of Magi like? The Tower of Magi is the center of magical learning in Avernum. Oh, what I would give to be there. The research I could perform. I have another question. What are you working on? How is facilities lacking? What's the tower? I have another question. What sort of research are you doing? Devising immense powerful spells, communicating with beings beyond your comprehension, gaining absolute power. Nothing you could possibly understand. You're probably just here to waste my time. Okay, and can you give me some training? He looks at you with confusion, then shock, then anger. Do I look like some teacher, some professor, some guide for mere adventurers? The training hall is to the north. Bother them and leave me in peace. Why? Why are you so rude? Aren't we all in this together? Apparently not. Okay, bye-bye then. And then we got Mazumdar. This woman is quite young, probably in her mid-20s, yet she radiates power and authority well beyond her years. She levels a piercing gaze at you. I am Mazumdar, head mage at Fort Emergence. She's carrying a pot in her hands. It contains an actual surface flower. What do you do here exactly? I coordinate all magical activities that take place in Fort Emergence. Why is that important? Coordination is very important. If two mages attempt conflicting spells simultaneously in close quarters, it can... She draws her finger across her throat in a slitting sort of motion. What sort of magical activities go on here? Little, for now. We are hiding from the Empire, concealment spells and research mainly. This fort will eventually be used for experimentation, training, and launching magical spells against our foes. However, the Triad keeps us from being nearly as powerful as we could be. What is the Triad and why are they interfering? The Triad consists of the three greatest mages of Avernum, based in the Tower of Magi. They are in charge of all things magical. Unfortunately, they tend to not want to let power out of their control. For that reason, our resources are nowhere near what they could be. She grins, with exceptions. Exceptions such as... We are supposed to be training mages here, yet the Triad won't let us have the books to teach spells from. She grins mischievously. However, we've managed to sneak a few things past them. We need those tomes after all. That sounds interesting. May I read some of your tomes? Mazumdar thinks, then slowly shakes her head. I'm sorry, it is too much of a risk to say more about what we have here. If certain things were known, it would cause us great trouble. I don't think we can trust you yet. Okay, so she has got a lot of shit to talk about. So I guess 3, can you teach me magical spells? I'm sorry, I think Jan Mytho and Eva can give that sort of training. Talk to them. You are doing research with surface plants? Why, of course. When the first group went out to explore the surface, they came back with surface plants, surface animals, dirt, all sorts of things for us. What sort of plant are you holding? I am told that it was called a dandelion, something like that. It is very strange, but the more we relearn about surface ways, the better we will understand what it does. Why do you need to research things on the surface? Remember, it has been years since the last people were sent to Avernum. For years, all any of us have known about the surface came from books or hazy memories. I was born in Avernum. I've only spent a few hours outside getting samples. So this laboratory is engaged in the act of relearning. We need to rediscover knowledge people on the surface take for granted. Can you make potions? Alas, nobody in Fort Emergence can brew potions. This is an oversight that desperately needs to be corrected. I have another question. I think I've asked everything here, right? Yeah. So what do you do here exactly? Why is that important? What sort of magical activities go on? Why is the triad exceptions such as? Okay, why is that important? Does this fort have many mages? This fort is still painfully understaffed. However, if we have our own way, it will soon be a great centre of magical power. That is, if the triad allows it. We already asked about that. And then, what are you doing here? What sort of magical activities go on here? Little for now. We are hiding from the Empire. Concealment spells and research mainly. This fort will eventually be used for experimentation, training, blah blah blah. What's the triad? Triad is that. And finally, does this fort have many mages? I already asked that, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, I'm good. Right. Science is nature development and processing. What is this? A corridor here is blocked by a magical wall. It's a cube of faint glowing energy and seems at first to be insubstantial. However, you know very well how misleading appearances can be when dealing with magical barriers. You touch the barrier lightly. It throws your hand back with daunting force. Your wrist is slightly sprained. You back away quickly before something worse happens. Well, okay. Let's do a little quick save. Okay, so that literally is blocking my way out. Fine. Let's go and see if we... Gonna take the bucket. Oh, I see. I see how it is. Is there a quick way of, like, shoving all of this stuff? Because I'm guessing. All of this I don't need. Bowls, trowels, plates, stone blocks. This is all just going to be stuff I'm going to sell for a negligible amount of money. But I'm also... It's just loot, right? Everyone needs loot. It's really, really crucial as far as I'm concerned. You probably need selling as well. I don't really understand why I'd need you. A tunic is a form of long shirt. It hangs down below the waist. Cloth in Avernum is usually very crude. Like that. Maybe we keep it just in case I get over encumbered. I don't know enough about wizards yet and what happens. I've currently got a crude dagger 9 to 27. That is 11 to 33. That is better than my crude dagger. And then I'm pretty sure... Oh, I could dual wield if I want. Why would I want to? I don't know. Maybe it will stop me from... Wait, which is my main hand? That's the question. Both weapons will be less effective when you have a second blade equipped. I think eventually I'll probably get something magical for that slot, right? Okay, there we go. And then your crude dagger is... Oh, you could dual wield as well. Oh, you've got a two-handed weapon equipped, so you can't. Never mind. Never mind. This chamber is thick with the raw stink of animal feed and fresh dung. There are cells ringing from the room, several of which hold strange creatures from the surface world. They must be here for study. Don't let the samples out. Oh, so we share a junk bag, I see. I see. Okay, let's do a quick save. And then what happens if we press that? Lol. Who are you? Eva. This young woman's robes were probably clean this morning. Now they have bits of fur and tiny clumps of dung on them. She curtsies to you, self-consciously brushing fur and such off her robe as she does so. I'm Eva. I am of the Church of the Seeking Soul. We obtain knowledge, and then we share it. What sort of work are you doing? I'm here to research the flora and fauna of the surface world. Spies brought some samples back. We can also magically summon samples from the surface world, examine them in their cells, and teleport them back up. And, if they're damaged, I heal them. What is this flora of which you speak? You know, plants. If you find any unusual creatures on the surface, ask me about them. Maybe I'll know something. What is fauna? Animals. If you find any unusual creatures on the surface, ask me about them. Maybe I'll know something. Why do you use teleportation to gather your specimens? It's a difficult technique, but remember, we need to stay hidden from the Empire as long as possible. Do you have anything in the cells right now? There are some interesting samples in there right now. Please don't let them out. I have another question. What is flora? What is fauna? Teleportation? Do you have any? Okay, so I've done all of that. I have another question. I'd like to learn more about the life of the surface world. I am under orders to help you. I have learned about the fierce monsters of the outside, like the wolf and the bear. Now what is this round, white, furry thing in the north cell? The surface people call it a sheep. It is a very stupid surface meat creature. Tell me about bears and wolves. Surface carnivores. They'll take a bite out of you if they get the chance. They may even be full of unspeakable evil. Have you done any research on wolves? Wolves are occasionally vicious, furry creatures. Excuse me. Rude. Slightly smaller and less dangerous than giant lizards. Beware wargs, though. A warg is a type of wolf bred for huge size, ill temper, and a dim, malevolent intelligence. What have you learned of bears? They are large and potentially dangerous, though usually they would be more than happy to just leave you alone. You should, however, beware the Usagi. The Usagi are a sort of intelligent mutant bear. They're very evil. We captured one, and it almost picked the lock of its cell with its claw. It would have been a horrible mess if it had escaped. I have another question. Can I learn more about your holy rituals? Oh, okay. So, Eva is the trainer for pre-spells. And this woman up here is the trainer for everything else, I guess. Eva is mainly a sage, but she can help you learn some of the more simple holy rituals. Press the buy button to blah blah blah. I don't have nearly the money for you, I'm afraid, Eva. Okay, so what did she say? Stop opening the gates or something. Stop opening the gate. I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. Bah. Okay, I'll close it. I'm desperately trying to... I'm really desperately trying to close the gate for you. I'll have to clean this up. Dang it. Well, just close it again then. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with you? Moo. Stop opening the gates. How annoyed at me are you? Is there reputation in this game? And has hers gone down? I guess is the question. She doesn't seem to care particularly. There's no reputation really listed here. And what about in my character's skills? Strength, resistances. Reputation is... Oh, so there is reputation, but it looks like it's a centralized group thing. Okay. Okay. I wonder if we can, like, dispel that somehow. Not too sure how we do it, though. I should probably make a note of that, actually. Fort emergence. Magical barrier. I will take a rock and a few of those things. Thanks very much. The central gallery runs north-south through Fort Emergence. It is crowded with large carts and the giant lizards who pull them. Massive piles of supplies ship in and out of this fort. All of the settlements of Upper Avernum are still works in progress. Fortunately, you don't have to worry about assaults from these giant lizards, though the creatures are innately fierce and stupid. The merchants who own them constantly dull their teeth and claws. Well, okay then. Excuse me, I'm just gonna like... I'm watching you. Oh, I think I understand. As I move, everything else moves, so it's like time's frozen whilst I'm not moving, right? So I guess another question. Is there time in this game? Because I don't think I've seen anything related to time specifically at the moment. Take some shackles. Who's this? Habecker. You meet a portly bearded man in a nondescript robes. He wanders around the main gallery of the fort, clearly quite bored. Oh, hello, I'm Habecker. How are you? What job do you do here? Well, I was hired to do research for the fort, which is why I'm so bored. What sort of research? I'm a sage by trade. I was brought here to gather and study samples from the surface world. That's why being here is so boring. If only I could find someone interested in my abilities. He looks at you meaningfully. Are you bored because you have nothing to study? Yes, I came here to study things from the surface world. However, they won't let me go up there to study. So I spend my time down here wandering back and forth, waiting for permission to emerge. What interests you most about the surface world? All the things to explore. All the amazing creatures we've forgotten about and need to rediscover. I hear they have a thing called a bird. Can you imagine? What is this thing you call a bird? It flies, or breathes fire, or eats eyes, or something. I keep hearing different stories. I'll never know for sure until I can get to the surface. I have another question. So what job do you do? Research, and are you bored because you have nothing to study? Okay, so you have robes. Are you a wizard? No, common mistake. I am a sage. I just won't be able to do any of my work until they let me go outside. Why won't they let you go onto the surface? The powers that be are desperate to keep the Empire from learning the location of Fort Emergence. That's why only people from unspecified services like you are the only people let out. Speaking of which, I'm supposed to meet someone named Anaximander. I've heard of him. Unspecified services, right? His offices are in the northwest corner of the fort. Okay, thank you. Right, that's my party. These are the giant lizards. They just hiss, apparently. I'd like to find a shark, did he just say? I'd like to find me a shark. What is the point in this area? Worried. Teresa. You meet a young woman with long dark hair. She is walking around the main gallery of Fort Emergence in nervous circles. She seems to know who you are already, and she is uncomfortable when you approach. Hello, I am Theresa. I'm supposed to meet someone named Anaximander. Oh, our boss. I can help. That's easy. Enter the warehouse to the west. Go north from there. Our offices are there. What are your responsibilities? I'm with Unspecified Services, like you. Tell me what you know about Unspecified Services. Well, first, don't ask too many questions, she sighs. We are the department of spies, lone wolf mages, adventurers, and everyone else working for Avernum that isn't in the army. Also, the source of eternal resentment on the part of the military. We both are on assignment for Unspecified Services at the moment. Have you been informed of what we are to accomplish? Your job is to gather information on the surface. I am the contact for the others being sent up there. Others besides you, that is. There are others being sent as well? Yes, others. You didn't think something so important would be left to just you, eh? She pauses. And more than that, I'm not clear to say. Sorry, she turns away. The conversation ends. You seem uncomfortable. Why? Because we both work for unspecified services. The key word is covert. We deal in secrets, and if I tell you things, those things are no longer secrets, and you might give them up. Nothing personal. You just can't be allowed to know what I know. Is that the only reason you're uncomfortable? Well, almost. You see, I was supposed to get a bundle of records from the portal fort. It was supposed to get here weeks ago, but there has been no sign of the courier. It's nothing crucial, but I really wish those papers would arrive. Maybe I can help find them. Maybe. I wouldn't waste your time with it, though. Anyway, you should visit the portal fort sometime. It could be useful. Leave Fort Emergence to the south, stick to the road, follow the signs. The courtier disappeared somewhere between here and there. Okay, do you already know who I am? Don't be dense. Everyone here knows who you are. You're the surface explorer. You're important. When you aren't around, people gossip about you. Okay. Why does the military resent us? The military resents us because they don't control us, and we do many things better than them. So, don't expect much help for them. Have you been informed of what we are to accomplish? Your job is to gather information on the surface. I am the contact. Blah, 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 blah. Right, well, you were marvellous, weren't you? Doop-a-doop-a-boo. Steal all the stuff. I've heard of you. I've heard of you. Guards. Hello, explorer. You're going to the service. Quest received, find lost papers. To see your quest list, press the journal button, which is what, J? Oh, I do have. Arrived at Fort Emergence, the fort just beneath the surface of the world. Were given maps of nearby surroundings and were told to go see Anaximander for instructions. I have no journal entries, no special items, couple of quests now. Brilliant. Okay, so there's no button for opening the quest log. That seems stupid. I am, however, going to steal all of your stuff. I'm sorry. That brick looks special, doesn't it? Oh my god. There are special bricks that open walls. Well, holy moly and hot damn. What does this say? The sign here says Northern Gate warning, beyond here lies surface, authorized personnel only. This is the North Gate. You must pass through here to return to the world's surface. The way is protected by a lava pool. A narrow bridge arcs over it, built to quickly collapse in case of Empire attack. Okay, and we've got lots of guards here. Two gates lead out of Fort Emergence. The north gate leads to the surface. The south gate goes to Upper Avernum. Both gates are closed. They will likely remain so until you find Anaximander and get permission to depart. Right, so I can't come up here yet, actually. I see another brick over in this corner, look. Yes. Oh. Oh. Magical barrier times 2, I will say, in Fort Emergence. What does this sign say? Primary supply depot. Did you hear something? No. I didn't. I heard absolutely nothing. I would like to continue stealing items though, please. What do we have? We've got Marion and Guard. Guard says, hope the Empire doesn't find us. And then we've got Marion. You meet a small, heavy-set woman with friendly attitude and a radiant smile. Her long robes have been patched many times in her travels. She shakes your hand as you approach. I'm Marion. Hi there. What sort of work do you do? Well, let's see. In deep Avernum, real Avernum, I was doing research in Motrax's cave. The dragon, I mean. Then everything up here seemed more important, so I came to Fort Emergence to help out. Who is Motrax? She grows sad. Poor old Motrax. There were 5 dragons in Avernum, and Motrax was the oldest and kindest. In the Empire War, a band of those bastards tried to slay him. The wounds he received weakened him. He died after a long illness. After that, the place had too many sad memories for us. I mean, me and the captain over there. She nods towards the office to the south. The captain? Captain Coe. He's somewhere around here. He's a, shall we say, rather good friend of mine. She grins. Oh, okay, Marion. I have another question. What sort of work do you do? What do you think about Fort Emergence? It takes a lot of time and work to bring people up from the underworld. It's frightening being so close to the Empire. That's why we're so short-handed now. It's so important to have volunteers come. What important work? You know, this whole finally returning to the surface thing. What do you help with now? I look after the supplies. It's dull, and the pay stinks, but I'm closer to the surface than I ever thought I'd be able to be. Are you looking forward to returning to the surface? By the gods, yes. The surface, finally. Seems like a dream come true. I have another question. A dragon was your friend? She briefly relives some sad memories. Yes, he was. He was strange and old, and I could never truly understand him. But, well, yes, we were friends. In his age and weakness, he understood much more what it was to be human. I wish I'd been able to meet him. She starts to respond, but she soon has to struggle to hold back tears. Sorry, I miss him terribly. Excuse me. No, oh no you don't. Are you a mage? More a sage, but I can cast a few spells. I know things seem peaceful, but if the Empire finds this hidden fort, we'll be in a battle for our lives. And I could also say, that sounds like foolishness to me. Dragons are our enemies. This is well known. Marion's pleasant exterior disappears in a moment. She looks furious. That it is you who are the fool. You speak of things of which you have no knowledge. I will speak of it no more with you. That's not... Wait, I can actually say, I have another question. And then she smiles. She's my friend again. Okay. What sort of work do you do? What do you need help with? Looking forward. That's all. Bye, Marion. So, just out of curiosity, where did we... I guess I need to start... Wait, what? Where is this putting them? Ah, control click. Okay, nice. Oops. Right, control and click is an immediate send it to Junksville. That is good to know. Right, javelins can go with that fellow there. Let's send all of the bows to our bowmaster. Scroll of group heal I'll keep hold of. So what have we got? Crude longbow, they're exactly the same. Crude bow, 17 to 41, that is less good. You, my dude, now have 30 javelins, that's good. You have that. Should we start handing out some of these bows then? 20 to 65, 17 to 41. You have that one, I'll have that one. And whether I can use it or not is another matter. We don't have arrows. I'm assuming arrows don't exist in this and we just like pretend. Right. Oh, I was going to look at this map, wasn't I? So we came in here, that's to the surface, the south goes to the caves. If we keep on going through here, this is where we are now, I believe. So up there is an Examander's office, so we want to go and keep exploring down here a little bit more, right? What does this say? Auxiliary supply room. Okay. This is a small side storeroom. Full of useful equipment. You find a note on the door. Please reserve items inside for secondary surface exploration team. You would guess that this means you. Nice. So what have we got? Oh, chainmail vest. Yes. Bronze braces, leather greaves, iron breastplate, short sword, shield, more helmets, another lamp, and another spear. Well, holy moly, lemon spagoli. We're going to be able to pump up the heat now. What's this? Armor 16 plus 3 minus 5, 22 plus 4 minus 10. Right. You, my friend, are going to go in beast mode with that now. Chainmail vest. I don't know if that's... So we're currently... Yes, give that to you. Bronze shield. Right, you're a tanky boy. So we're gonna get rid of your spear. Actually, I'm gonna re-equip you with that and your little shitty dagger. But we have a short sword now, which is probably better than your dagger. It is indeed. It is indeed. We've got a leather helmet. I'll take that. So bronze braces, which are probably good for you. Leather greaves, also good for you, because leather greaves are 4 armor, these are 3 armor. You've got some pants. You don't have pants, so you can have those. A lamp and a crude spear. Wonderful. Wearing 29, encumbered at 40. So maybe I'll... Okay. I see how it goes. Like, the more shit I've got. Once I become encumbered, I'm pretty sure that means I can't cast spells. He's wearing 50... Oh, so he is encumbered now. So actually, we need to take away 6 from him. Might actually take away the leather greaves. And then she can have those now. Then he's unencumbered. He's... Yeah, that's not got a weight assigned to it. He's unencumbered. Right, everyone is back to being unencumbered. That is good. Good and important. Right, remember to keep an eye out for those bricks. I might even have to go and... Hope I can help. I'm sure you can. Who are you, Captain Coe? You meet a captain of the Avernum army. He's very thin, somewhat hyper, and undeniably friendly. I'm Coe. Captain Coe. Oh, just go ahead and say Coe. Guardian of supplies. Greetings. He shakes your hand vigorously. How go things at Fort Emergence? Well, Right now, there isn't much fighting, fortunately. I just helped Marianne with the supplies. Do you think there will be fighting? There may be violence someday, but we're hoping to avoid it for a while. There are nowhere near enough troops here to have a chance against the Empire. We just have to keep them from finding us. How did you build this big giant fort without being detected? We are on the continent of Valorim, or so I'm told. It is the least settled of the Empire continents. Lucky for us, Fort Emergence is in the middle of a remote, unsettled area. But it won't be unsettled forever. Whatever you're doing for the crown, you'd better do it quick. Okay. So how goes things? Tell me about Marianne. We came up here from Avernum together. We're sort of inseparable, you know. He grins happily and rocks on the balls of his feet. Cute. I've met Marianne. She seems nice. He grins. Oh, she is. She is. Do you have a lot of supplies here? Yep. Takes a lot to feed an army, after all. By the way, you the lot that's going up to the surface? If so, the stuff on the side supply room is for you. Help yourselves. It's also there for your storage use. I can store anything there. Sure. If you have too much stuff, leave the excess in the side storeroom. We'll watch it to make sure nothing happens to it. Of course, you can just leave things everywhere in Fort Emergence. Just don't leave too many items around. If you leave too much clutter, some of it will be cleaned up, I'm afraid. When you leave items sitting around on the ground and leave town, they will still be here when you return. Okay, I have another question. You're an officer? Any useful quests for adventurers? Well, I am an officer, but I'm not authorized to hire adventurers. They're in too short supply to be allotted to me, I'm afraid. You should find Commander Johnson. He might be looking for someone. Okay, thanks very much. Very, very good to know. What's in here? Sign says emergency water storage, no swimming, no spitting. This means you. And does that immediately send them to junk? I think it does. So if I control click, I don't need to even go back into my inventory to send things to the junk room. And that is a very, very good thing to know. Fort Emergence, how to fight. These buttons set your current attack type, melee, weapon or missile. Select the space the character stands in to attack. You see a bow and javelins on this... Wait, what? Oh. You see a bow and javelins on this storeroom table. They are crude and heavily used, perhaps dating to the earliest days of Avernum. When you attack an enemy, you will use your default weapon. This can be a melee weapon, sword or spear, or a missile weapon, javelin or bow. Get the javelins and equip them. You can switch your default weapon by pressing the buttons to the lower left or by typing S. You can skip a character's turn in combat by clicking on it or pressing the space bar. Okay. So your default is the dagger, but it should be the bow. Your default is your sword, which is fine. If we say yours is also the bow and yours is also the bow, now everyone will attack with default bows except for Mr. Tank the Spank. What is in here then? Hello, guard. You're going to the surface. I certainly am. Let's just take all of that sweet, sweet loot. My god, so much loot everywhere. You're going to the surface. Yes, I am. Again. The sign says Western Statues. In honor of the brave souls who recovered the crystal souls and cemented the Vanatai Alliance, and thanks for their continued good works for Avernum. Okay. And that leads into back to around here. So if we explore down into this side tunnel here, there is a small graveyard back here. The gravestones are recently carved and still free of mold and lichen. The people who died in the construction of this fort, mostly from cave-ins, rest here. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. I keep seeing stuff. What does it say? I don't really think it said anything. Never mind. What do we got in here then? What do we got in here? I'm just going to do a quick save before I press that, because be careful on the roads, blah 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 blah. When you try to turn the wheel, one of the guards stops you. Sorry, adventurer, only we control the gates. Commander Johnson's orders. Okay. I'm gonna guess it's the same in here, right? Who's this? I can steal that, but I can take thread and a tunic. Who is in here? Soldier and Hona. Oh no, Ilona. A short, middle-aged woman with heavy chain armor watches the south gate, which leads to Upper Avernum. She keeps a short, wicked-looking spear close at hand. I am Ilona. Her voice has a heavy accent you can't quite place. I am guarding here. What are you guarding? I am watching the rear gate. Not a risky job, is true, but one that needs the doing. Her speech is very strange. So all is quiet? Yes, yes. If the attack is to come from the Empire, from the north it will come. From the south, all I see are fresh green troops. Hi, Thorin. How are you? Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Yeah, you go and lurk away, my friend. You go and lurk away. How are you doing? How's your Sunday? And more importantly, have you played this game before? Because I'm very new. I played the original Avernum games very long time ago, like probably 7 or 8 years ago. Very inebriated. Nice. Nice. Probably in a different time zone to me. Might be a little early. A little early for me to get any drinks out just yet. All I see are fresh green troops and supplies. So many supplies, it's unbelievable. Out this way is Upper Avernum, mainly the caves and a few Avernum towns. The South Gate isn't as important. It is not like North Gate. That is the way to the Sunnylands, and so has many guards. If the Empire is finding us, the North Gate is where it will be bloody quickly. Can you tell me anything about what is past this gate? Leave to the south and you'll be in a large cave many miles across that Avernum just settled. Many towns are there, just follow the roads. We asked about all that. Where are you from? I can't quite place your accent. She looks embarrassed that you mention it. I am from very far away. I speak other language, and then get banished to Avernum. I had to learn quickly, my apologies. Why were you banished to Avernum? An official was telling me to do things, foolish things, and I told him what I thought of the things he said I should be doing. And so all this happens to me. Unbelievable. Okay. Well, thanks, Ilona. Right, we've done a lot of exploring of this place. I think that is probably where we want to go first. I don't think we want to go to the surface first. I'm going to suggest we explore Upper Avernum and then head to the surface. When these barracks are completed and soldiers to fill them are brought up, Fort Emergence will be able to defend itself from a minor Empire raid. Until then, this room just gathers mold. Okay. And you have absolutely nothing for me. Are you sure? Got a bunch of guards in here. Some things we can... Ooh. I will take anything that I don't have to steal. Is there anyone important in here? No, there isn't. What is that? A book. And looks like a secret. This is interesting. Someone has placed a hidden door in this wall. Behind is a small natural cavern blocked off by the barracks wall. Someone wanted to cache supplies back here. Fiery wand. I will take it. And a load of silver. Nice. Thank you, whoever was caching supplies back here. That's got 6 charges. Do wands recharge? Or is it like a one-off? I can't equip it now, why not? Or is it just an item that you use, maybe? I'm going to guess it's just an item. An item that we used. Thorin, I saw that you redeemed Hydrate. I don't have any water with me, so give me 1 second. I'll go and get some. Ah, there we go. Thanks for the reminder. I think it has limited charges, as in 6 charges means 6 uses. Okay, fair enough. So it's just use it until it's expired, and then it's just a piece of wood. I got it. What is in here? Lots of candles. Lots of things to immediately junk. And nothing else. You are Commander Johnson. Hello. You approach a gaunt, severe man with a regal bearing and cruel eyes. His armor bears the insignia of a commander. When you approach, he is eating stew and dry bread. At first, you think he doesn't notice your presence. Then, he motions with his hand for you to join him. He looks across the table at you with detached interest. I am Commander Johnson. You are the secondary surface crew, yes? I think you can be useful to us, if you want. Are you the leader of this fort? I have complete command of all soldiers in this fortress. That doesn't include you. You answer to Anaximander, head of unspecified services in Fort Emergence. Only the soldiers? Yes, I command soldiers, which you aren't. Someday, we're going to have to slay all those Empire bastards, and when we do, it'll be the soldiers who do the work. Do you really believe we'll eventually have to destroy the Empire? Yes, that's right. Slay all of them. And you and your other unspecified services, wastes of air, will be no good to anybody. It's your turn now, but someday it'll be up to the men, not the kids. God, why does everyone hate me so much? I have another question. You called us the secondary surface crew? Why, yes, did you not know? You were only selected to go to the surface after all qualified applicants disappeared without a trace. He sighs. A waste. Don't worry, your loss will harm Avernum much less. You said that I could be useful to you. I could use some experience. Well, there is something so negligible I don't want to waste my people's time on it. A tribe of goblins have settled into a warren not far from here, in Upper Avernum. They haven't caused us trouble yet. They will soon. Break in and kill their chief. That should disperse them for a while. How can I find them? Leave Fort Emergence to the south and look and follow the road. Watch the east wall of the main gallery. Look for signs of those dirty creatures. What sort of trouble can they cause? Attacking travellers and merchants, most likely. They haven't started yet, but they will soon. Better that they die before they get the chance. How do you know they have a chief? They always do. It's the only way their clan would be bold enough to set up so close to our fortress. Don't know its name, though. I haven't been able to catch a goblin for questioning yet. That's all for now. Thanks, Johnson. Yet another person who apparently hates me. I'm still trying to determine whether stealing things affects your reputation at all. Elisa. A very old, very round woman stirs a pot of savoury lizard stew. She is surrounded with enough kitchen supplies to feed an army, which is, you suppose, her job. Welcome, child. I am Elisa. She has the pale skin and sickly look common to long-time Avernites. That's quite a pile of food you're making. Naturally, I provide hot meals to all my children. I also, if asked very nicely, provide rations for troopers going out on trips. Your children? You think it only does if you get caught? Oh, I don't know if you can get caught. I tried to take something and it just gave me a warning message saying you can't take this because someone can see you. Your children? Once I had children of my own, but they grew up and left. After that, I had the skills to cook for a horde, but no horde to cook for. Now we are your horde. Yes, now I cook for somewhat older horde. Avernum troops eat a lot, but not much more than my 9 kids did. She chuckles at that. She seems like she's about to tell you a story about her family and then thinks better of it. Did you have children in Avernum? She shakes her head. I could never bring a child into that dark, dank place. All of my child rearing was done when I was 40 and got sent into Avernum. Why were you sent to Avernum? One day, in the inn where I worked, I cooked a pile of food for some travellers. Alas, unbeknownst to me, they were rebels. They were caught and killed. I was accused of aiding them, and into Avernum I went. I was robbed of ever seeing my grandchildren. I didn't care back then, one way or another, about the Empire, but I hate it now, with all of my heart. She smiles. But you don't want to hear the ramblings of an old woman, not when your stomachs are grumbling. I could use some rations, please. Elisa smiles maternally. Oh, you poor dear, you need some lunches? Just a moment. She sets to work and soon comes back with a large, freshly baked loaf of mushroom meal bread. Oh, mushrooms. Here you are. Now be careful out there. Marvellous. I think it always affects a separate stat of karma, but you might be falsely remembering. Okay, good to know. I guess I'll probably just steal things that look valuable or important, maybe. Everything else I'll leave. In this warm, dry room, bread is made to feed the soldiers of Fort Emergence. Since Avernum lacks flour or cornmeal, the bread is made from dried ground mushroom powder. It's bitter and unpleasant, but given years, you begin to forget how horrible it is. Ugh. Ugh. I find some mushrooms. And a sword and some bread and a spear. Marvellous. Right, where haven't we been yet? I think we've explored pretty much everywhere. We just need to go see our fancy pants captain friend. Oh my god, what is happening? I do also want to just quickly check. Now that we've discovered there are secret passages. We couldn't get in there, that door was locked. Is there any obvious secret passage bricks? I would have thought in here, where the animals were, would be an obvious one. No, I don't think so. I think I've found them all so far. Unless they only show up. No, I still see that one. Okay, never mind. In we go. Fort emergence. The offices of unspecified services is to your north. You walk by a supply cache to your right. A potion labelled emergency restoration has been left out, perhaps for you. You're an important person now. Surely nobody would mind if you took it. To use a potion, open the inventory window, get a potion. To use an item like a lamp, scroll, or potion, press the sunburst icon next to it. Okay. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Leather gloves. I could put those on. Why not? You can have the spear and the tunic and the tunic. I will put on some sandals. Sure, why not? Pants at 2%. I don't think you're wearing pants, are you? Oh, you are. In fact, you're actually wearing much better pants. What's yours at? 44. They weigh 145. That means you're still not encumbered. Very good. I think I'll keep him with the fiery wand. As on the surface, it's traditional for practitioners of the magical arts to wear loose flowing robes. It's not necessary for spellcasting, of course. It's just fashion at the time. You're all wearing +3. No, you're wearing +2 pants. But you're right up to... right up to encumbrance. Right, what have we got? We've got a few things to read. Bandit map. This simple map shows the route to 2 hostile encampments in Upper Avernum, not far from Fort Emergence. To reach Upper Avernum, leave Fort Emergence to the south. Okay, what happens if I click record? What does that actually do? Nothing, apparently. So this is telling me about the goblins and the bandits, I assume. Okie coke. Good to know. And then we also have surface life. Books are plentiful on the surface, or at least plentiful in comparison to Avernum. This is a leather-bound book containing several hundred sheets of real paper made from real wood. You crack open the book and flip through it. Surface Flora and Fauna by Eva of the Tower of Magi. Many are the wonders of nature available on the surface of the world. Our long exile has made us forget the beauty that is our birthright, but little by little we begin to remember. Although the Empire did its best to cleanse the surface of anything wild or dangerous, and were, as far as we know, successful, many bizarre and fascinating creatures such as birds and clams and bushes still exist and thrive. Intriguing. The sign says Orb of Thralny, authorized personnel only. Door is locked, you don't have the key, and the lock is too complicated to be picked. Okay, these walls look very strange, don't they? Or is it just, it might just be this, it might just be a different style actually. Ah, the Explorer. I can reward you. So I can only steal things in here, okay. What can you... Wait, can't I just get around there? A pale Avernite, impeccably dressed, and, with neatly cut hair, waits behind the counter. As you approach, he checks his notes. Ah, yes, the Surface Explorer. I am Levy, Quartermaster and Keeper of the Orb of Thralny. How may I help you? What are your responsibilities? I am in charge of making allowances for those in Avernum's employ. I also provide rewards for those who perform exceptional services, and I obtain equipment to supply the soldiers here. As official Avernite envoys, you are entitled to a per diem, as well as rewards for notable achievements. May I have my daily allowance? Levy checks some records, carefully counts out a small pile of copper coins, and hands them to you. You have been budgeted 25 coins per diem. Here is your allowance for today. Don't spend it all in the one bar. Have my achievements merited a reward yet? Levy looks through a thick ledger, checks again, and looks up apologetically. Nope, you've done nothing recently to merit a reward. Perhaps you should do some adventuring and check back later. Can I get more supplies? You can help yourself to some basic weaponry and armor in the storerooms. Beyond that, you will have to forage on the surface. We have little to spare here. Anything else? Tell me about the Orb of Thralny. He gives you a small, smug smile. I am entrusted with the guardianship of Thralny's sphere. What is the Orb of Thralny? An irreplaceable and ancient artifact. It gives its possessor the power of flight. He flashes you another small, tight smile. If you ever need to borrow it, be sure to give me a request. Sounds useful. May I borrow it? He smiles smugly. Without even bothering to think, he says, Request denied. Perhaps you could request again later, though I doubt it will do you any good. You resist the urge to punch him. I have another question. Can I trade with you? Shopping. Levy keeps a cash reserve, which he uses to buy items to supply for emergence. He also has some healing supplies for sale if you need them. Prices are exorbitant. Press the buy button to purchase an item. Yeah, but how do I sell? And I don't finish what you're doing first. So I can't sell? Can I? No? Oh, there we go. I have something I want to sell. Sell all in junk bag. I sell everything in the junk bag. I make 30 coins. Your junk bag is now empty. No, it's not. I can see stuff in it. Okay. I would like to learn magic. Of course, this isn't the Empire. You are free to gain power without some bureaucrat's permission. I think we have some trainers around the fort. Eva, Yanmitho. I think them. See if they're still stationed here. Okay, you were next to useless. Do a quick save, see if I can come and open this door. Can I squeeze around you? Apparently I can't. Fine. These chambers are a lot nicer and more carefully built than the other areas you've seen. This is probably where the high-ranking officials work. This is also probably where you're supposed to get your orders. Okay. Sign says Unspecified Services, Administrative Officers. Someday, this room will be the office of some powerful Avernite bureaucrat. Right now, it's only being used to store office supplies and furniture. I don't really want to take a sheet of papyrus, I'll be honest. Could take some scales, though. I will take. And I will take. Come here, keep me company. I'm bored. Flanagan. What up, Flanagan? You meet a burly man with a lot of hair and a lot of gut. He looks you up and down as you approach. I'm Flanagan with Unspecified Services. Pleased to meet you. Tell me about Unspecified Services. You know, everyone who works for the Avernum government but doesn't have a specific pigeonhole, unspecific tasks, or unspecified tasks, mainly spies and adventurers. What is your job with unspecified services? Well, I'm sort of an investigating agent. When problems happen, I make them not be problems anymore. I work mainly in in Upper Avernum. Work on the surface is left to others, like you. What sort of investigating do you do? Well, I'm too big and loud to be much of a spy, so I wait here. Then, when something goes wrong or gets weird, I'll go look it over and figure out what's going wrong. He taps his head. I got more up here than you might think. That's all for now. Thanks, Flanagan. This sign says Office of Anaximander, Commander of Unspecified Forces. Okay. What is this? Another bandit map. Simple map shows the route between two hostile encampments in Upper Avernum, not far from Fort Emergence. Okay, that's the same map that I already got, right? There is nothing else in here. Okay, let's go and talk to our friend Anaximander. You enter a large, cramped, dimly lit office. It is filled with stacks of paper, maps, plans, barely legible notes and the like. It also contains many plates and mugs, all in need of washing. In addition to all the other clutter, you find a small, ratty man whose clothes and hair are in extreme disarray. He twitches constantly with nervous energy. When you enter, he leaps up and rushes over to greet you. Greetings, my friend. I'm so glad you're finally here. I am Anaximander. As Commander Johnson commands the military half of the fort, I run the somewhat more covert operations. His words pour out in a babble. I will be the person you report to for further instructions during your exploration of the surface world. When you do something, come to me. When you don't do something, come to me. When you're just plain confused, come to me. He returns to his seat and sorts through papers, looking for something. He can't find it. Damn, I had a map to a nearby goblin outpost. There's a bandit lair too in the caves. We thought you might want to do some raiding there to learn to work as a team and pick up some loot before exploring the surface. There's a map to the goblins around here somewhere. Search a bit. Then, when you're warmed up and ready to explore the surface, come back here. I'll have more instructions. Remember, to go to Upper Avernum, leave Fort Emergence to the south. To go to the surface, leave to the north. He nods, flashes you a worried grin, goes back to his notes. Don't forget, the sooner you go out onto the surface and see what's going on, the better. All of Avernum waits to see whether it's safe to emerge or not. He gives you a pair of maps, one of Upper Avernum and one of the surface lands around Fort Emergence. Press the world map button to see the surface and Avernum maps. Okay. Just gonna see if you have anything I can take, my good friend. And no secrets in your office either. Anaximander, I am disappointed. Very, very disappointed. Tut tut. Okay, let's go out. We want to come down here. Control S to save. Leaving Emergence. Well, okay, here we go. Are you ready, adventurers? So this is now where I am, right? Oh, what is this? Is this the map that he gave me? Oh, there we go. Zooms in and out. Oh, so Fort Emergence comes out of the map. Okay, got it. I got it. Right, let's start exploring. Wait, what the fuck are you? Hello? Where are you going? The road near Fort Emergence is patrolled by a band of Avernite soldiers. They don't seem very alert. They don't need to be. If a serious attack ever comes, it won't be from this direction. When they see you, they march towards you. It looks like they want to talk to you. Yeah, sure. The guards approach you. Greetings, you're the next surface exploration crew, aren't you? They seem to have heard of you, and they're excited to meet you. You must be a celebrity. Just so you know, if you're heading north, you should watch out for goblins and bandits. There have been some trouble up there. Keep your eyes open. Okay. Good to know. You stand on a large rickety bridge built to carry troops and supplies across the river to Fort Emergence. Soon an army will cross here in hopes of carving out an area for the Avernites on the surface of the world. To the north, you see a huge open cavern dotted with recently built towns and settlements, populated with Avernites recently teleported from far below. To the west is the Portal Keep, where everyone up here, including you, arrived from the Tower of Magi. Well, okay then. So, I can't cast spells. Right, map is W for some weird reason. And there's no, like, interim local-ish map, I guess. There is an infestation of chitrak larvae back here. Chitraks are large, vicious, giant insects. They were originally found in the Vantai caverns far below Avernum, but they have been slowly migrating upwards. If nothing is done, these larvae will become fully grown chitraks and cause all manner of problems. Something should be done. Yeah, absolutely attack. So that is walk 5, and then I should... Oh, shoot. He was the wrong person. Uh-oh. It was you that I needed to... Right, hopefully this will help out a little bit. Okay, very good. What spells do you have as a priest? You protect, you can smite, you can minor heal. So, oh, literally missed the only person I wanted to actually protect. Never mind. Is that it? Do I then go into peace mode? Okay, so maybe I need to scavenge before I go into peace mode. You find a section of floor where the mold has small boot prints in it. There are also spots of what look like dried blood. You follow the track for a while. They lead up to the west wall and disappear without a trace. Interesting. When you approach an odd-looking wall outdoors, it might sometimes disappear to reveal a hidden passage. Aha. At the end of the corridor, you find the decomposed remains of a large goblin. Interestingly, its short sword is not the usual crude goblin craftsmanship. It is a well-made blade, crafted from good solid iron. Iron weapons are quite valuable down in Avernum. Though the weapon is tarnished, it's still in usable condition. Yeah, obviously take it. What was it? Crude broadsword. Is that two-handed or one-handed? I'm currently using 18 to... Okay, it's way better than that. So the crude short sword can actually go to... probably our rogue. Yeah. I need to understand, because I keep searching as well. I don't know how obvious it is if things are on the ground to pick up. That's why I'm constantly searching. This secluded passage is not very interesting, yet another long gallery filled with scree and debris. The only landmarks are piles of cave rat droppings, and even they look old and dried out. Even the glowing roof fungus that lights these caves is sparse here. Okay. To your disappointment, you find that this tunnel contains nothing more interesting than piles of rock and ancient rat droppings. Nothing useful. You turn around and start to head back. As you do, however, you hear squeaking behind. Loud, nasty squeaking. You start to wonder if perhaps the makers of the suspiciously large rat droppings ever wander back to this secluded passage. Okay. Wait, what the fuck? What just happened? You son of a bitch. Miss? Fuck. Miss? Right, what do we have? Minor heal. That cures things. Smite and protection. Let's do a quick protection. Holy moly. Holy moly. Okay, let's re-blast you again. Right, you're nearly dead. That's good. You are dead. That is even better. And heal you, please. Jesus Christ, these rats. Right, hopefully these ones are a bit less nasty. You still keep missing though. And you can heal him. Nice. Okay, there's no friendly fire as well, which is good to know. So I don't think there's ever any things to scavenge in these maps. Maybe not. Okay, very good. Can we heal outside of... You can't cast spells whilst wandering the outdoors. Okay. Oh, but we regenerate quite quickly. Oh, actual music. Why doesn't the combat music continue? That might be a setting I can change, actually. Spiny crawler. Yeah, let's get him dead. Let's get him dead. And we can probably just... Yeah, we're okay. We're alright. Was that something that they dropped? An animal skin. Nice. So they do drop some things. Okay, good to know. So in terms of where we need to go, it was up the east wall, right? And also, is there a... like audio. Background sounds on, volume, normal. No, I guess there's just not a lot of music. It is just us in the dripping caverns. Right, I guess let's start to head up north then. This is a... What are you? Giant lizards. You know what I do to giant lizards? I blast them. Brum, brum, brum. Very good. You can take the animal skin again. What have we got here? You find the body of an unfortunate Avernite courier. She must have been chased down and trapped here by a pack of giant lizards. The things are a constant and lethal menace. Nearby, you notice a pile of stones with a sack poking out from under them. A brief inspection reveals a sack of papers from Avernum. The poor victim's last actions must have been to hide her package. I will take the package. You briefly inspect the papers. They are addressed to Teresa in Fort Emergence. Judging from the date, the package is several weeks late. Oh, she told us about this package. She had already asked us to go and find it. You meet a band of alert soldiers carefully guarding this crossroads. When you approach, they tell you to watch out. Apparently there have been some bandit activity to the north. Are they bandits? Well, these aren't bandits. At first, these men look like travelling merchants, perhaps bringing goods to Fort Emergence. When they get close and draw their weapons, however, you realise that they're bandits. There is about a dozen of them. Their leader says, "Well now, if it isn't an adventurer, and not any old adventurer either, but the heroic surface explorer. Gossip about your arrival must have gotten around. Well, since you're so mighty, you can surely spare a few coins to help out a few lowly travellers, yes?" The tone of his voice indicates that refusal to help will be greeted with open hostility. This group of bullies looks pretty tough. You doubt you will be able to beat them in a fight, for now. How much do I doubt it? How much do I doubt it? Pay a toll of 10 coins. Yeah, okay, I'll pay. You pay them. The bandit leader bows mockingly. "Thank you, mighty adventurer. And good luck on the surface. We're in good hands." The bandits laugh and move on. Son of a bitch. That son of a bitch. This corridor stinks. The bones and trash scattered everywhere are clear signs to your keen adventurous senses. There's a goblin infestation nearby. As you wend your way through the tall stalagmites choking this tunnel, you freeze. Guttural grunting echoes to you from just ahead. You edge ahead carefully until you can see what's there. There's a band of goblins sitting and guarding the tunnel. They haven't noticed you yet. Of course, if you jumped out and attacked them, they would notice it very quickly. Yeah, 100% attack. Oh, they've got wolves. Cloak of Curses gives your group's attacks chances of putting a random curse on the target. Confuse all nearby enemies. Yeah, we can do that. See how this goes. You throw some javelins, maybe. Let's clear out the herd a little bit. And then you... Ow. Okay. Days. Does it affect friendly people? I don't know, let's see. I don't think it does. Perfect. Back to your short sword, please, young sir. Don't miss, you son of a bitch. What have we got? Smite. Nice. Wait, what just happened? I hit 2? Does my smite hit more than one thing? Have I been doing this wrong all along? Oh, it does! Additional damage to... Oh, 30% chance to do... Oh, nice. There's one goblin left, actually. I probably don't need to waste my energy. Nice. What have we got? A stick. And a belt. Wonderful. I am now peaceful. Thank you, everybody. Let's do a quick save. Goblins are one of the great menaces of Avernum. These vicious, wily creatures have a skill for going where humans do and causing all kinds of trouble when they get there. Some goblins have occupied this cave not far from Fort Emergence, and your base hasn't been able to spare the resources to uproot them. You might be able to do your superiors a favour. Superiors, excuse me. I am, however, going to take all of the stuff. Oh, hello, wolf. Is there only a wolf to attack? There are also goblins. What do you have? Well-aimed blow. A melee weapon attack. Something, something vulnerable, something. Turns to... Okay, interesting. Interesting. Oh, so I still have Cloak of Curses on. Does that last? Oh, lasts until you return to a town or cast a different cloak spell. Okay, good. But it permanently reduces my energy by however much it costs, I'd imagine. There are more. Let me use you to walk up here, throw more spears. There we go. Flinger. Goblin Flinger. Oh, that was a critical. Very nice. Can't reach the target. Well, maybe you can walk and attack then. How about that? Or miss, you know, either or. See how I care. Ba -ba -ba -ba. Wait, who was encumbered? Did it say was encumbered? Is that why he's missing so much, I wonder? We're gonna have to check that out, I think. Another goblin flinger. Right, back to your short sword, my good man. There we go. You take a step. The enemy slows me, but that's fine because he's dead. Right, why were you encumbered? Wearing 40... Why are you wearing 47? What else did we give you? I'm certain that you were okay. What's worth 2 that we've given you? Nothing. Right, you wear the belt. You're the only one who needs a shield, so... That is £8, that's 12 plus 14, blah 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 blah. Gloves, currently wearing. You can have some though. Leather pants I think everybody is good for. Oh, the creepy creakiness in this place is really nice. I do like the aesthetics that are going on. Right, what have you been doing in here, goblins? I don't want to go up there, I want to come down here. You, an iron dagger, some more trash. Nice. Did we kill everything? Oh no, there we go. Here's some. The goblin stink gets really thick in this narrow passage. Even from here you can tell that a bunch of these creatures are living to the south. Okay. I can't reach the target. Can I spell? No. Right, you come here and you can spling a javelin at somebody, right? Or miss. Oh shit, I was supposed to unencumber him. That's not helpful. Okay, right, well, you do it then. Oh, you miss as well, fuck it, why not? Thank you, healer. Poison? Fuck. Poison and acid. One of your characters has been afflicted with poison or acid. This will damage the character every turn until it fades away or is cured. The pre-spell Curing can reduce the amount of poison or acid afflicting you. Curing potions and certain other items can also help. Well, okay then. What's my energy at? 31. Do I recover energy? I need to check that. Now that the battle is over, you apply first aid, 4 health and 1 energy. Okay, so I do recover like very small, minor bits. I probably need to heal you though. Let's take all the shits that these goblins have been hoarding. Stick a crystal and some trashy shit. Anything down here? No. Then off we go. Oh, I forgot to unencumber that guy again. God damn it. I don't think there's too much here though, just a couple of goblins. We should be okay. Let's get you in here. Throw it. Javelin of the wolf here. Fuck it. So 32. I've ended combat. That takes me to 33. Yeah, so like a tiny amount of energy I restore. Teensy tiny amount of energy, actually. Copper and silver have the same value. Why? But why though? And how do I know when we're ready to level up actually? Oh, next level 1000. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe I do need to push, as much as I would like my guy to be at the head of the table. I think I probably do need to set him down. Probably a couple. It probably makes sense to have it like that, right? And then we'll have Mr. Chunky as the head of the party. Who's this? Shaman Grelth. And a load of goblins. Loads. And wolves. Right then, our kid. Well hit. I can't reach the target. Right, what we're going to do is stand and get ready. I can't reach the target. So who can I reach? Can I reach you? No. Okay, so they're going to just stand about because they can't actually get to me now. Let's kill the wolf. That'll bring someone over, I'd imagine. Oops, you probably shouldn't be standing right in here, but never mind. Let's get ourselves in. Why not? The enemy slow... Oh, there is a guy here still. There we go. Cauldron. Animal skin. Some healing stuff. A belt. A ring. Shield ring, armor +4. Yeah, you should probably have that, huh? Let's give you that. I don't think you can have a belt, my friend. You're already over encumbered. I need to actually take something off you, don't I? What should we take off him? We need to take 7, 6, 5. We need to take 2 off him at least. Probably the helmet. Let's give the helmet to you. Let's give the helmet to you. Right, who needs a belt? Our rogue needs a belt. And you may have one. We've got some shields that we don't need. Group heal. Probably give to you as the mage. I've got some shields that I just don't think I need. I'll put them in junk. Got some food. Crude dagger we don't need. Sticks we don't need. Tunics we don't need. Crude spears we don't need. Crude dagger. Leather armor let's keep for a bit. That can be sold for extra, so let's send you over. You've got a crude dagger, we don't need that. Your leather armor, yeah, we can get rid of. Tunic, some crystals, an iron dagger, and a belt. Right, you've got a belt, you don't have a belt, but I don't think you can use it. Yeah, it's weighs too much. You, equip this belt and be grateful for it. You've got an iron dagger, which I already have. You've got a crude dagger. You've got a crude short sword. You can have the iron dagger. Crude dagger's junk. Crude short sword though, 10 to 40. It's actually probably better. You've already got a crude short sword. You've got the crude broadsword, which is better. Let's give him that. Iron dagger in there. Crude dagger goes away. Crude dagger goes away. We've got some javelins to give to our lad up here. Spear we can get rid of. The leather pants are +3. You've currently got +2. They weigh 1. And they weigh 3. So I think actually we can give you these without you being over encumbered. And then they can go into junk. Crude dagger. Crude dagger, crude spear. That. Robes. Right, iron short sword is what... So you've got a crude short sword. Probably give it to you just in case. I think you're more likely to need it. Then I've got crude short sword iron dagger, iron dagger. So let's give that to her. And then we're done. Get some money. Okay, that leads off back down there. I do sort of wonder if eventually you'll get boats and stuff so that you can sail across like the rivers we saw earlier. With the typical disregard for hygiene and aesthetics, the goblins have been throwing their filth, bits of rotting food, and general excretions down this slope for some time. It's pretty gross. Okay, let's do a save just in case something happens. There's a... Why are you encumbered again? "45 out of 45. And that says he was encumbered, doesn't it? But how do you know? Like, is there not an icon or something that lights up to tell me that he's encumbered? So what weighs anything? You weigh 3 and provide 3. 3 provide 4. 4 provide 6. 12 provide 15. Oh, I guess we'll just take off his boots. Who needs boots? You do, and you do. Here you go, rogue. You have some boots. Fill your boots. I saw you. Whoops. Level up. Use blessings. If you're in trouble in combat, be sure to use blessings. The mage spell Haste and priest spells War Blessing and Protection will make you more effective in combat. Later, your mages and priests will be able to create wards and cloaks, magical shields that aid your entire group. Okay, nice. I want you to use your bow on that guy, please. Nice. Mistral is now level 2. Jagata is now level 2. Hello. Goodbye. Take some ale. I still need to be on the lookout for the these. I keep forgetting to make sure that I'm looking for little secret nubbins on the walls that will give me access to, presumably, secret areas with some treasure. It's a starting area, so I don't imagine the treasure is going to be great, but... Right, train this character. You gain levels by completing quests and defeating foes. When you gain a level, you gain skill points. You can spend skill points to improve your skills. Press the plus button to increase your base stats. Then select the skills to the right that you wish to increase. How do I know how much I've got to increase, though? So his strength... Oh, points to spend 1. Okay. Well, he's a strength guy, so we want to increase his strength. That's a given. I don't really care about that for you. So what are you good at? What can we do? We have got melee weapons. Increases both damage done and your chance to hit. Also makes more battle disciplines available. Pole weapons. Your skill in the use of poles. Okay. Bows and throwing weapons, such as javelins, etc. Okay, hardness. Has natural armor. Each level of hardness reduces damage you take from all sources. Blade Master. Makes you far more effective with all blades and pole weapons. Each level increases damage by 3%. So I don't want to go the sharpshooter route with him. He's definitely going to be a bit tankier. You can't increase this skill yet. It can only be as high as the highest skill below it. Oh, I see. I see. So there's riposte, dual wielding, lethal blow, and sniper. So I guess let's do a point of hardness. You can increase this skill 1 point per level. You haven't finished training yet. Press the cancel button if you want to do some training later. Why haven't I finished? Oh, I still have 1 point to spend. Amazing. Parry gives this character a 3% per level chance to reduce the damage from a melee or missile attack. Then we'll do that. And traits. We could improve our strength. Each level increases your strength by 1. Mighty blows, nimble fingers, backstab, good health. Christ. Okay, well let's go improve strength. Fuck it. Let's just keep tool use by 1, backstab, good health. Yeah, why not? Okay, now onto our nimble fingers guy. You're a dex guy, so let's increase your dex. And I'm gonna say I actually want to focus on his tool use. I want to get to 5 so we can open that door. And I have 1 more point to spend. I'm not interested in those or those. So this is sort of where I could go archer route for him. Or I could start looking at things like this. Helps you calm hostile monsters. Look helps when something random happens. I don't think I'm going to make him go down the spell route, but I feel like first aid. At the end of combat, this skill will restore some of your health and spell energy. The more opponents killed, the greater the effect. The more of this present in your party, the better. So we could do that. So at the end of every fight, we recover more, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Improves strength, endurance, sure hands. Nimble fingers increases your tool use. Yeah, let's go for it. Why not? Then we have my boy. You're an intelligence kind of guy. So we have got mage spells. The higher the level of the skill, the more spells you can cast and the more effective those spells will be. Increases the effectiveness of your spells by 2% per level. 3% resistance to spells. Magical efficiency. Your ability to focus your mind enables you to channel magic more effectively. Whenever you cast a spell, there's a chance that you won't spend all the spell energy you normally would. Then you've got luck. So I don't need tool use, I don't want that. Arcane lore. How familiar you are with magical lore. Used to decode magical inscriptions and spells. The more of this in the group, the better. So 100% we want to focus on that. And I would say maybe another point there. Energy blessings increases your maximum spell energy by 5%. Yes. Oh, and I can also do one more. Okay. Improved intelligence then. And then for you, milady, you're also intelligence. Your focus is going to be on When your luck is high, everything will go better for your character. We'll give her some luck. She can focus on... She can be our lucky character, I guess. And we will give her another point there. We'll give her improved intelligence and... What's elemental focus? Increases the effect of your elemental damage. Now let's give her more energy in general, I think. Nice. I love a good level up session. Sign says, Don, go in here, bad bugs. Okay, little saveroony. Right, should we go fight the bad bugs? The door is locked and your tool skill isn't high enough to pick it. Oh, god damn it. Let me... So, goblin caves... Locked door... Skill... 7. Right, we'll be back to sort that out at a later date. What have we got? A limb. A remnant of one far more unfortunate than you. Right, 2 doors. Left or right? What are you? A giant lizard with a lightning bolt coming out of his mouth. The end. An enemy is visible. Oh, there is another enemy. There we go, very good. Animal skin, trash, broken clay, another limb, a bucket, and a clay bowl. So they're keeping pets in here. You find the pitiful remains of what once was a human being. You see on her shoulder a scrap of what looks like a uniform of the army of Avernum. It's too unpleasant to look any closer than that. Oh dear. A gold ring. Can I give you to someone to wear? Marvellous. I might actually just very quickly there was a arrow cruise. Yes, turn that off. And then it's up to me to move the map around, right? I think I will prefer that than this constant jittering that's going on. Chief Cruncher. Quick save. As you emerge onto this rocky shore, you hear a loud snorting noise. You look across the water to the east and see a large goblin watching you. She snarls, "Keep on, Avernites. I am Chief Cruncher. You owe us a blood debt now. I'll make you pay. Come to me, I wait." Then she makes an insulting hand gesture and walks off into the shadows. Okay, well before we do that, what's around here? Because I think that is the way we're supposed to go, right? Take some mushrooms, dried meat, and some cauldrons. There's a nice basket thing over here. Right, so I think, yeah, that's it. We have to come around here. Oh, hello. You come over here. I need to figure out what happens with this. You're being slowed. Gravedigger Thuck. Okay, time to eat Fireball, Gravedigger Thuck. That was kind of an accident. I thought he was equipped with his bow still. Not to worry. What have we got? A shovel, a crude broadsword, another one. A crude spear we can get rid of, crude broadsword. I don't think anyone else needs a broadsword. I don't know what the, like if there's any penalty for him having it, for example. It's plus 5% melee damage protection. Like it is just better, it doesn't say that I'm going to have any negative effects. So let's do it. Yeah, dual wield, why not? Go for it. Sign says, we remember Akbug, Agrav, Makdor, Griga, Kobakl, Klovd, Porgal from Brigavda. Okay. I'm just going to wander off in this direction very briefly, just to see if there's anything else down here. And I was just wondering if those skulls were maybe a switch. Hello, goblins. Nice with the critical. Iron javelins. What are you equipped with? You're equipped with crude javelins. 14 to 46. Wait, what? 14 to... Oh no, 18 to 72. Okay, very nice. Then we have a Nephil. An evil Nephil? The fuck? This passage is the best construction of anything you've seen in the Goblin Lair so far, which, granted, isn't saying much. It actually has a cut stone floor. A solid cave wood door is set in the north wall. I am going to go and kill you now. Cloak of Curses weakens the target. Nice. Oh wait, I've got all my energy back. So I can cast the cloak and then eventually get my energy back, and it's just like a buff that we always have. Works quite nicely. The furs in this goblin lair are less rotten, the air less fetid, the scraps of food mildly fresher. The higher status goblins must receive the privilege of living here. Well, okay. I think all the higher status goblins might be dead. Like, it's just the impression I get from the fact that there's no one here. Oh, hello. I found a boat. Just like I said. You carefully get into the boat to row to a different place. Click on it to get off the boat, row next to land, and click on the boat. Nice. Energetic and spiritual herbs. So where else can this take me? That's blocked off, it looks like. There's that place there. Should we go and see what's around here? Do a quick save, just in case this is something quite nasty. At the bottom of a shallow, stagnant pool, you see what looks like a large bone. A closer glance reveals it to be a scroll tube. It would be pretty easy to reach and recover it. Sure. Did something happen? Scroll lightning. Let's pretend it didn't happen. And we can come back here in peace. And then get out of the boat and we can pretend like this sordid affair never happened. How about that? So what's going on here? Ramp down. So there was that. Trapdoor? Where the fuck's the trapdoor? That was the trap. Where are these trapdoors it's talking about? Oh, is it that? Oh, we'll go back and have a look. You've reached the deepest chamber of the goblin lair. Here, their chieftain plans the many small raids and invasions that make these creatures such a pernicious threat. When you enter, she looks up at you, unsurprised. Ah, invader, I was waiting. You took so long to send a Avernum warrior to Hall of Chief Cruncher. Now you die and we eat you. So sad. Bad death for a Avernum warrior. What are you doing here? Spreading. You have exit to surface. We must take it. Breed many thousands of goblin munchers. Send them out to flood surface and take it forever. You think you'll invade the surface? You have no hope. Goblins never die out. We never give up. We try again and again. Someday we must win. Is just good gambling. Enough talking. You invade, we eat you. Is good punishment. Attack. Okay. What have we got? We've got a couple of skeletons. You son of a bitch. Right, let's have you walk in. And then you can start javeling some of these bastards that are going to hurt our allies. And then as the mage, you can come in here. And we'll... Nice. That worked out almost perfectly. And then you should be able to smite. Let's get rid of some of these fuckers. And then if we do a well-aimed blow at this guy. With our bow, apparently. Well-aimed blow. Well-aimed blow. I would have thought that was a ranged. Nah. Okay. Let's heal you. Chief Cruncher is starting to be annoyed. She snarls, Glibble! Get out here, you coward! Bring your dumb bones with you. Need help with the Avernum pests. She had 2 attacks. Who is this? Shaman Glibble. With a final blow, the chief of the goblins falls and dies. She makes an unpleasant gagging noise as she expires, probably muttering some ineffective curse on you and your offspring. This tribe will now cause much less trouble for the people of Upper Avernum. This was quite a favour for Fort Emergence. Perhaps someone there will be willing to give you a reward. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, we're done. An enemy is visible. Where? Oh, there you are. End combat cancelled. An enemy is visible. Where is this other enemy? Ah, there you are. I should probably use tab more often to see these things. Let's just bow and arrow. Oh, you son of a bitch. That was an accident. Let's use magic in that case, because I should not be standing right next to you, Mr. Skeleton. There we go. Lovely. So what have we got? Stick, crude dagger, crystal, crude dagger, stick. The crude javelins were not supposed to be jump. Actually, you go up there. Got some bones, we've got some more crude javelins, bones, another gold ring, goblin's cleaver, dagger. Nice, what's this? +1 to lethal blow. 21 to 63 isn't quite as good as that, but it might be good. Why are you fatigued? What does fatigue mean? Did someone do this to you? Did I miss the pop-up that told me about it? Well, whatever. Let's give her this ring. So we have another belt. You can... Oh, you're now encumbered at 60. You can start wearing shit again. It's about time. So yeah, we'll give you that. Goblin's Cleaver is 19 to 57. It's not as good at that, but it does. It's +1 to lethal blow, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. (16 to 48). Oh, I guess we just do that, and then Iron Dagger. Let's just give her the other Iron Dagger. Why not? Send those animal skins off. Crude javelins go to this guy. Okay, good. You stand before a crude altar covered with rough, grim drawings and horrible messages in the goblin tongue. Strangely, despite the unpleasantness, you feel a very strange urge to kneel before it. Let's leave, do a quick save. Oh, what? Can't I interact with it again? Maybe if I leave and come back. Kneel. Not sure why you're doing it. You utter a brief prayer or two to the goblin's dark god. Nothing happens this time. Okay. Can we keep doing it though? Nothing happens this time. Nothing happens this time. Okay, I don't know if that's just... I don't know. Don't know what the answer is. That is Chieftain Chamber. So it says there's a trap door. Is it that? Should we go and have a look? Let's come over here. Jump on the boat, head back over here. Aha. What's this? I can't do anything with them apparently, but never mind. A bag of coal, some mushrooms, a crystal, a pick. Some spiders, because why not? Spiders that make slurping noises, by the way. A big spider. Hello, big spider. Not so big anymore, are you? You attack... What, the one at the back over there, maybe? Because then our mage can come in here and cast his fireball and hopefully hit 2 at once. Or not. And then you, my lady, smite one of them. Smite one of them. Okay, just step back and don't do anything then. Let's de-poison him, and we can end the combat. And you can heal him back up again. We've got some leather armor, we've got some sandals, which you can have. In fact, not only can you have them, you can probably have these boots back, and this guy can have these sandals. Nice little chest. Okay. This takes us back into... Oh, shit. Okay. Then you have 8. That is walk 7. Shielding potion, leather helmet, nice. Leather helmet, you currently aren't equipped with, are you? We took it off. So 2%, what were the others? They were poor leather helmets, 1%. 1%. Okay, good. Very good, in fact. Then your iron dagger. I think we don't need any more. Leather armor we can get rid of. Iron dagger we can get rid of, I'm pretty sure. Ah, so that door remains locked. but we've now found the shortcut. And that was that trapdoor which led to that trapdoor. What was this ramp down? Did I miss something? Because it's not there, is it? It's definitely saying there's a ramp down over here. Right? Am I being incompetent? And I'm sure that looks like it. Oh, okay, you had to like really pixel hunt. Hello, goblin. Oh, she's equipped. Oh, for fuck's sake. Stop equipping yourself with a sword, you stupid woman. This is Yorvua. And to walk up to him, the enemy slows me. I think let's kill some of the shit nearby him. Nice. And let's... I think let's walk away. So enemy slows you, I think, reduce, or it halves your action points. Or it quadruples the amount that it takes to move, something like that. So now if we smite you, and now you're dead. What did you have? Lots of shit. That's really weird. Okay. Why don't you let me switch between people anymore? Finish what you're doing. What? Oh, we were I'm such an idiot. Picking up things takes action points. I was still in combat, so picking up all that stuff just used up his action points. I understand now. Right, what greaves are you wearing? Because I think you're just wearing pants, aren't you, for +3? They're also +3, but I just feel like leather greaves are more warrior-y than leather pants. So I think you had +3, you had +3, and you had +4. What the fuck? No, give them to him. Oh wait, no, I'm being a moron. I think you can have those then, and then you can have these. How does that look? Yeah, we all happy? Let's go and loot everything we can, obviously. Oh, boots. You can have those. Give those to her, because she ain't got none. Ah, what's in here then? Healing potion, more money. They have so many hidden little passageways, these tricksy little goblin bastards. The air of this tunnel is filled with a thick, musty smell. Bits of fur float in the air, and scratches cover the floor. Your eyes start to itch. These tunnels serve as huge kennels for the raiders above. Hello, Wolf. Not sure why you weren't attacking me, but okay. That is walk 8. I can't reach you, so I will just miss instead. So that's walk 7, that's walk 4, okay. Left or right? What was that? That's the stairway. Stairway to heaven. Some sandals. I can't remember if the sandals 4%. What were yours? Oh no, 2%. I keep looking at the wrong fucking thing. Yours is 4%. Yours are 2%. Yours are 2%. They are useless to me now. Oh, he's a direwolf. Is that all of them? I think so. Bronze short sword. Nice. What's this? 19 to 76. Still not as good as that broadsword. But I feel like 19 to 76. Oh wait, what? I'm looking at the wrong thing again. Right, 17 to 68 is not as good as either of those things. 17 to 68. Right, okay. You can have it. And then your crude short sword can replace her iron dagger. Thug, Deadeye Diver. Are they humans? Are they bandits? What the fuck? Okay. That was a critical. Nice. Let's smite you from the heavens. Oh, there is an enemy here. A wolf. I'm so sorry, my brethren. There's another gold ring. Who's not wearing a ring yet? You. You can't change armor when a foe is... An ash longbow! It's a me longbow! That is exciting as shit. Couple of whips. That is walk 46. Can I not... There we go. Now walk 7, right? I can't walk 7. So I'm going to javelin you, Mr. Wolf. No, I'm not. Gonna shoot you with my bow. Right, at some point I need to go up to the north, because that passage looks important, doesn't it? Is that a trapdoor as well? Or is it just... Right, that leads up somewhere, doesn't it? That leads up to the stairway. Oh, the bandits and the goblins working in tandem with one another. Those sneaky little barstools. Got a dire wolf and some wolves. That is walk 4. Let's get you over here. And hopefully... Yeah, he wants to go over and attack him. That is all good by me, my dire wolf compadre. Which brings us back to around here. There is some trash on the floor. I'm hoping that I can sell it for something at the very least. Hello, wolves. I don't know why it takes them so long to attack me sometimes. Missed? Oh, a hellhound. Hellhound. That wolf is terrified. I guess because I've hurt it so very badly. So very badly, yes indeed. Oh, nicely leveled up you two. I don't really understand why you two leveled up when you haven't. The Hellhound takes no damage because it's obviously a Hellhound and I used a fire spell. God, I'm an idiot. However, that means you must be affected by holy magic. Nice. I did it again. I keep forgetting to end combat. Blessed Belt. One of the walls at the end of this corridor looks peculiar. It has 4 long straight cracks in it, in the shape of a rectangle. Does it indeed? Right. Let's sort out our level up first. Right, Strengthy Boy is obviously needs to focus on strength still. 2 points to spend here. I think parry, since he's my tanky boy. I think let's go hardness and parry. I don't know how high these go actually. But my plan will be him to just be tanky boy, take all the damage. So I think I'll focus on these here. Oh, fatigue from battle discipline. That's why he was fatigued. I used a battle discipline. I don't know what fatigue does, mind you. Right, come on, Dexy boy. I want you to focus on your lockpicking and your first aid for after combat. I want you to intelligence, because you're a smart cookie. Arcane lore and spellcraft. I think we focus on those with him, and then with her is going to be intelligence, luck, and first aid. Wait, no, not first aid. Let's do pre-spells. I've got no one doing nature law though. Maybe we should focus someone on nature law. I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point. Right, and then what items did we pick up? Leather braces is not for you, maybe for you. Yep, then you've got some gloves, and you don't. We'll give you the crude leather gloves. How about that? Blessed belts. Armor 6%. Yes. And then as far as a belt goes, the others all have one. You can go to junk. You are useless to me. You can equip that ring and an ash longbow. 26 to 89 is just outright better than what you have. Crude longbow, 24 to 81. What do you have? A crude bow. You've got a crude longbow. So you have that, and then your crude bow we can get rid of. I'll have a little wander around in here. Fine vase. Right, that leads up to a stairway. So we have a stairway, a ramp, and a corridor with a boulder blocking the way. I might make a note of the boulder. I don't know if that's going to be something we can sort out later. Goblin caves. Boulder blocking hidden passage. Very good. Right, do we want to take the ramp or do we want to take the stairs? The stairs were in a secret tunnel, so I think we go that way. I think we go that way. However, that's going to have to wait for another time because this is going to be Goblin Caves. Because I'm going to go and get some dinar now, I think. Thanks very much for watching. Very much appreciated. So Avernum is going to be my streaming game, I think, whilst I'm in Norway. Um, Mostly because the machine I'm using here doesn't have its own dedicated GPU. It's got only integrated, which means I have to play games with minimal requirements. This being one of them, so I'm looking forward to cracking on with this a little bit. But yeah, next stream will be tomorrow. It might not be tomorrow actually. I might need to skip tomorrow, but definitely Tuesday at around 8 p.m. BST, I'd say, for maybe an hour and a half, couple of hours, I suspect. I very much hope to see you there. Thank you very much for watching again. Take care. Bye bye.